Sometimes you find the coolest crafting items in the strangest place, and in today's video, we are going to be using envelopes. I found these at Dollar Tree in their office supply area, and we're going to make the coolest, easiest journal you've ever seen. This package of envelopes comes with 40 envelopes. We're only going to take out 12 of them to use for this project, so you have several left over for other projects that you might have in mind. 12 was on my mind because I was thinking planner or like a book journal, so 12 months of the year. You get where I'm going with that. But you could use as many or as little as you wanted. So all we're really going to do is take the adhesive portion off of the envelope, and then we're going to place the next envelope right on top of that. So I make sure they're even, and then I just smooth it out on top of the next one. These are pretty sticky, so they do work well. You can see later I do reinforce it a little bit more once the cover gets on, but this is super simple. You're going to do this for all of the envelopes, however many you choose. So I had some cardstock on hand. This is just some of that craft paper, the heavy duty kind, and I'm just going to make a cover. So I'm going to trace the envelope template out onto two pieces. These are scrap pieces, and you could just put them on one piece of cardstock, but we're going to trace around the envelopes to make a front and a back cover, and then we're just going to cut them out with some regular scissors. Once I get them cut out, we're going to adhere them to the front and back of our journal. And I just used adhesive here, like the adhesive that came from it. And then on the back, I'm going to use a glue stick. That isn't enough adhesive to do your cover. Once we were working with it and getting all the pieces into it, the cover kept falling off. So I do reinforce it later, but just keep that in mind that you're either going to need a heavier duty glue, or you can see in the video what I choose to put in mine. But for now, we're just going to adhese it to the front and back of our envelopes. Now, the envelopes still have the openings, so if you wanted to put anything into the openings of them, you could. It is kind of a tight space, so this is going to be maybe some mementos and things like that, but nothing that's going to possibly stick up too much because you don't want to rip your envelopes. But you could definitely put in tags or ephemera, or you could even use this for like keepsakes, like movie tickets, concert tickets, that kind of thing. So I'm going to use some washi tape, and I am using this gold and black washi tape that I had on hand. I have quite the collection of washi tape, and this just went with the theme that I was going for this journal. Again, you can use any width that you like here. A thicker one might be better because you can fold it over, but it's really up to you what you decide to use. So I had picked up this scrapbook kit at Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance, so I paid $2.49 for it. If you weren't lucky to get the $2.49 price, then the normal price would be it's $9.99, or you can always get the 40% off. So we're going to measure our paper to about 6.5. It's just a little under 6.5, and then we're going to go a little over 3. Like the first notch over 3. This is going to be a little bit smaller than our envelope, and we want it to be a little bit smaller than our envelope because it's just going to show a white portion around your paper. If you don't want the white portion around your paper, then you're going to make it a little bit longer so that it goes flush to the envelope. But we're going to do a little bit of something with our white portion. So I'm going to cut out all of the pieces. So it comes out to be about, I want to say 24 pieces, because we're going to cover each side of our envelope, and I'm just using some tape here, but you could use a glue stick or you could use just regular glue. I think the tape runner goes a lot faster, and I get mine in bulk at Hobby Lobby. If I can find them, I will link them down below. So you're going to just cover your entire white envelopes with your pieces of paper. Once you have all of them assembled, then you're going to take some distressed ink, and I have just this little dabber. I got mine at Hobby Lobby. I will link one down below, but you're just going to go around and distress all the white parts of it. This is a little time consuming, but it does add a lot of like uniqueness to it, and it gives it a little bit more high end, but you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. But I do go in between as well to get the white parts that are close to the spine. I think my ink pad is drying up because I was having a hard time getting the ink onto it, and mine are kind of old, so it's probably time for a new one. But we're going to do all of the pages. Here we are at the spine, and at this point it kept falling off, and I just decided we needed something else here. So I'm using brads. This is a really thick, so you need some kind of brad hole punch that's going to go through several of these pieces of paper. Mine came from Close to My Heart, which I know is not here anymore, but if I can find the brad setter online, I will link it down below. This one's my favorite. I do have a silent setter, but I don't use that one as much because I just like this one. You position it, hammer it in, and it creates the hole, and then you can put the brad in. It does come with another piece, so if you have the brad that has like the flower portion on the back, you can use that tool to push it in, much like the same, but we're just using regular brads here. I thought that this held the journal so much better than just glue, so keep that in mind, and it gives it a cute little decorative touch. I'm going to use some of the stickers that came from this scrapbooking pack, and I'm just going to kind of decorate the cover along with the excess paper. So once I cut out all the paper that went to the inside of the journal, I had several scrap pieces left, and we're going to use the scrap pieces to decorate the rest of the journal. So this is really an inexpensive project if all you pick up is one scrapbooking kit and your envelopes. Let's say you get it at 40% off, you're looking at probably maybe $6.50 to make this whole journal. So pretty inexpensive, and it's so adorable at the end. So we're just going to use some of the coordinating pieces of the paper, and we're going to decorate the front, and then we're going to create some pockets and some belly bands throughout the rest of the journal to decorate the other pages. We're ready to give the final touch to the front of the journal, and I'm going to use one of these puffy stickers to go on the front. I picked this beehive one because I just think it's kind of elegant looking, but I love how it looks. Now I have all these smaller pieces of paper, and I'm ready just to create some tags to add to the journal. Now I don't add any of the twine or ribbon at the top because I'm just kind of showing you how they're fitting in here. But definitely, if you're going to give this away as a gift or use it for yourself, you're probably going to want to add twine or ribbon to the top of your tags. I made pretty much all the same tags with some variations in the smaller versions. I tried to make a whole bunch of different sizes, just using up my scrap pieces. Here's what we have left over from the scrapbooking kit. We have some stickers. I never used any of the letter stickers, and then we have a few pieces of scrapbook paper left over. You could use this in another project, or you could use it to continue to add to your journal, but we had quite a bit left over and we made the most adorable journal. I'm going to give you a flip through here so you can see what the final project looked like. Don't forget to travel over to Dollar Tree today so you can get your $1.25 journal item. I thought this was genius. There are so many envelopes left, and I had some great ideas on how to use them. If you love paper as much as I do, follow me over here to this video so we can keep on crafting together. And as always, have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.